before I introduce our guests tonight, I want to tell you a little story. Now, this story is a true story. Okay? Now, this is contrary to the other stories that I've told you, which I usually stretch a little bit. This is a true one. This really, really, really happened. I was 5 years old, if you can imagine that. I'm not going to tell you how long ago that was. I was 5 years old. And it was at that time that I first went to an archery demonstration by this gentleman that's right over here. Okay, that's his name is Bert. Now I went to this archery demonstration and I was so impressed. Now remember, I'm only 5 years old. I was so impressed with what was going on that after it was over, I ran up and I talked to him. Okay, and the only problem was that the people that I had came with, didn't know where I went, and they thought I had gone home. So they left me. Well, after I got done talking to Bert, I went outside in the parking lot to find out where my ride was. Well, of course, they weren't there. By the time that I figured out that nobody was coming to pick me up, everybody else had gone too. I was really bright when I was 5. So, I mean, even Bert was gone. Nobody was around. So here I am, and I don't even know where I was at the time, to tell you the truth. And I tried to find my way home, and I got, this was really late at night. It was dark, 5 years old, and I got lost. And I got lost for a long time. Well, anyway, the reason I tell you this is because that particular meeting really stands out in my mind. That's one of the first ones that I really remember. I saw a lot since then. I've gone to a lot of Bert's demonstrations. In fact, all the demonstrations that I went to after that, I always brought my mother with me. And you know what? Old habits are hard to break, because my mother's here tonight, and I'd like to introduce her. Bert Benedetti. Now, last November, I talked to Bert, and I asked him, I said, hey, Bert, would you be willing to put together a demonstration like you did a long time ago, when I was a little boy, for our pack? And so he thought about it for a while, and he decided, yeah, sure, I'd like to do that. So in a sense, what you're going to see here tonight, guys, is a world premiere. Nobody has seen this for a very long time. And in fact, with this particular team, it's the first time it's ever been performed. You know, they've been working on this for Pack 296 since November. Okay? Now, I asked Bert, I said, Bert, what should I say about you as an introduction? And so he thought about it for a while, and he said, well, maybe I'll write a few things down, and then I'll give you a list. And I said, okay, fine. So he did that for me. And I'll kind of abbreviate a few things. I won't say everything on the list, okay, because it's in fine print. But I should say also, he called me up this morning at 7 o'clock and added 4 more pages to this. Anyway, Bert's been involved in archery for 50 years. And it was during this time that he was placed in the top 4 archers in the state of Washington. Okay? During that time period, several times in fact. He's also been rated 16th in the nation at a shoot back in Arkansas. He's placed 2nd place in the Professional Archers of Washington Championship, and he's placed 1st place in the Inland Empire Championship, which included Oregon, Idaho, Montana, and Washington. Okay, Bert is also a certified archery instructor, and he's taught lots of people how to shoot over the years. Bert's an experimentalist. He's also a perfectionist. Okay, he's one of the true pioneers in the archery field. Okay, it's a great pleasure at this time for me to introduce our evening's entertainment, my father, Bert Benedetti.
Well, you can tell I got him trained. I want to thank you for that bouquet, Gary.
What bouquet was that?
That bouquet you just gave me on the introduction. Remind me after this is over with and I'll raise your allowance. Meanwhile, flattery will get you no place. I still expect you home at 12 o'clock. You know, this meeting tonight brings back memories in one way than one. I've been involved with Boy Scouting for about 40 years and entered many cutbacks and Boy Scout meetings. And like I say, it brings back memories. Also, seeing Gary up here brings back memories of the years, like he said, since he's been about 5, he's been shooting bow and arrow. At that time, he's entered many tournaments. Now, this is the truth. He would speak me on this other stuff. But he has won his share of first place prizes, second and thirds. He's been the junior state champion 2 years in a row, and Inland Empire champion once. So, Gary, my applause to you. Now, he could have put this demonstration on himself, and I'm glad he didn't, because like he said, I haven't done this for 20 years. It's been quite a while. I'd like to see if I could do it. We have designed this demonstration, this show, especially for you cubs and your families and friends of Pack 296. I have with me, I might say, this demonstration is very special to me for many reasons, including I have my 2 grandchildren here this evening. Corey, where are you at? Where's my sweetheart? Come on up here a minute, Corey. Gary, Brady, come on up here. Now, nobody's ever proud of their grandchildren, but I am. Disappointed, I usually get a kiss out of one of them. I have with us this evening three students of mine who are taking their training, and they've agreed to help tonight as a team. Do we have Mal Wolf, Steve Evans, and John Garcella? These fellows are a great group of fellows. They put in a lot of work. They've been with me since November trying to get ready, and I want to thank them. They're a good group of guys. Now I have another young student who's also my fishing partner. Brady, come on up. You know these fellows? Oh, you do? Okay. Okay, now I think that you'll probably see this better if over here, can move over here. You're sitting right next to behind the target, really. If you want to see this show better, I'd recommend you come over on this side. You kids, come on up. Come on up. John, Lynn, maybe you don't want to see it. Now keep that rope right where it's at, you buddy. Keep pushing me next to the wall and have to quit. John, you might turn the lights on. I thought it might be interesting to you. Like I said, we designed this particularly for you folks. I put on numerous demonstrations over a period of 25 years, and in turn, each one is different. I might be in front of an archery club. Then I have to do things different. I might be, one time I was in front of a junior high school with 1,000 and some kids, and I had to do things different. This is designed especially for you, okay? So, How many archers do we have in the group? I'm sure we got a plenty of hunters out there. Good. Great. Now this might be boring to you, and I'm sure you could probably do this better than I can. But we'll go ahead. Back in the 40s, actually back in the 30s, we had a bow that was the #1 bow. And at that time, this is made out of Ewell, and it had sinew on the back. And this is a top bow. And these deals that hold the strings on even came off. It's made out of horn. Now this bow is too old to even pull back, it'll break. But this is it. This is the bow and arrow back in the 30s. Then in the 40s, they came up with one like this. This bow is an 82-pound bow. That means it takes 82 pounds of energy to pull this back 28 inches. They were just thinking of a semi-recurve, and I used this for 8 years. I used it for hunting. I used it for everything. The thing I liked about it during hunting, as if I got attacked by a bear, I didn't have to shoot it. All I'd have to do is club it. And then they started coming into the recurve. And this is one of the first recurves that they made. And this is about the early 50s. And from there they started exploding. And from there until we got what I'm going to show you here. This is a 60 model. This particular one is left-handed. If you're right-handed, you shoot with the arrow on one side of the bow. If you're left-handed, you have to shoot with the arrow on the other side. Everything's backwards. That's great fun. But anyhow, this is one of the recurves that they come up in the 60s. They're even making this type today, a little faster, much more money. This cost around 70 bucks in those days. Today it's about 170. And then they come up with a scientific job, the recurve, and I might say it's heavier in weight, faster in speed, and not quite so heavy on the pull. This is 50 pounds, but as you pull this back, it breaks over. Now you watch, see how easy it comes. See, right back in here, it's easy, and you can hold it. This particular bow, if you're to buy it, you can buy it different places for different prices. What they're asking at the manufacturer is $375, and you can buy it for less. But this is one of the latest. What was that? Crack? You're going to drop that bow. Listen to him. Boy, he's pretty brave. Okay, in those days we did everything, and we have yet to find the limit for the bow and arrow. We hunt, we fish, we play golf. We shoot long shots. The longest competitive type shoot is 180 yards. They call it cloud shot or shoot. Or like we're doing today, 10 yards, 12 yards, or 15. Now when we practice a demonstration, we don't know where we're going to be. We don't know if we're going to have 15 yards. We don't know if we're going to have 20, or we don't know if we can have in between. So we pick out an average. And in this case, we're picking out this distance that we have tonight. This is about an average shot. So for everything that we do, we have a special arrow. You have an arrow for target. In this case, this is aluminum. A dozen arrows are finely matched, very tuned in, perfect for your bow. You have a certain gauge to go by, and I won't be technical. But if I got a dozen arrows like this, they would be perfectly matched and perfectly straight. Of course, everybody knows we hunt. Here's what we used to hunt with, broadhead, 3-bladed. They make them anywhere from 2, 3, 4 blades on up. If we want to do a little practicing without sticking it into the stump or whatever, we use a blunt. See, that's squared off in the end. This particular one we use for short shots. It's got a parachute in the back, right? If we were to shoot that with a bullet we're going to shoot tonight, I doubt whether it would go from here to the front of the building. But we're going to shoot this to show you how slow it goes in comparison with a regular target arrow, okay? Am I too loud on that thing? Sort of. Okay, Mal, you said you wanted to do some shooting on this team. Fine, we'll give you a shot, okay? Take the flute. Okay, now watch the speed of the aluminum. Great, Mal. My golly, hit the bail. Let's do it now. Okay, Mal, now tomorrow I'm going to teach you how to shoot with your eyes open, okay? Okay, now this is for Brady. Brady, I've noticed you've had a little trouble in the past drawing your bow, okay? So I want you to watch me. I'm going to show you how you're supposed to draw that bow. I'm not going to shoot, but I want you to watch, and I'll show you how to pull that bow, okay? Okay, Brady, can you watch me now? Get over here, get over. No, don't blind those guys. I'll shoot over here. I won't shoot, but now you watch the way I pull this. Ready? You want to take it, you want to pull back and stretch, you see. And then... Did you do something to this, sir? Did he? Maybe I'm seeing things. Now watch you pull. Can you stretch way back? Hey, which one of you turkeys have been playing around with this arrow? Now this isn't fair. This isn't fair at all. Okay, well we'll put this one up. I'm not going to shoot this one. Okay, for years, I had to pull that on him. You know that trick. You don't either. That's one of my specials. Now you get smart, I'm going to put you on this side. Get over here. Okay, for years, people thought the bow and arrow was a toy. They thought we ought to use a suction cup arrow. They thought the arrow should be for kids only. And they didn't realize that the bow and arrow was designed to be a weapon. And it is still a weapon. Now what we like to do now is show you the power of one of these bows. Now we have an inch board of wood. We have this flint that I showed you. I'm going to have Steve put on a 38 cartridge. By the way, usually the police force, he gets these for nothing. Over his arrow. And we're going to have him penetrate that board. Okay, Steve? It's yours. Okay, let's show that board. So you can see. You can see it's not a toy. And should never be used as a toy, right? Now, when we get ready to shoot, it's not like a lady getting into a corset. We got a lot of things we have to get on. We have to put on our arm guard. We don't want the bow to fall out of our hand, so I use a special strap. We use a glove. We've used it for years. The new modern method is a release or a glove, but we're going to use a release tonight. That's a mechanical device. Releases that string for me. And if you don't mind, I'm going to warm up. Now, archery is like anything else. You have to loosen up. You have to loosen the equipment up. You have to loosen your muscles up. Just like trying to play a violin without getting it in tune. And so we call this warm-up. So if you don't mind, I'll fire 3 shots. I'll see if I can get you a balloon, okay? Everybody likes to see a balloon pop, don't they? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, this has got a scope. In fact, I'm blind. I can't even see that target. But, you know, for an old man that hasn't shot for a number of years, this thing's getting awfully heavy. Haven't even shot it yet. Fellas, that lighting isn't the best. Is that left light out or something? Maybe I'm going blind in my left eye. Is it on? Okay. Okay, I still feel like I can warm up a shot or two. We have what they call the blue and gold. I'll see if I can pick up 3 or 4 bullseyes for you. Can't figure out why I missed that one. Well, that's all right. We'll go ahead. I'd like to have a volunteer. Hey, Jim, come on up. Come on up here, Jim. You know, when I was a Cub Scout, I always did want to get after my assistant Cub Master. Jim, you told me you'd be willing to do anything to help.
Well,
Right. Would you sign a transfer for us? Hey, Mal, do you have a transfer? Bring it up here for him, will you, please? And we'd like to have you just sign that transfer, please.
Who's transfer?
What was that question you asked?
Who's transfer?
Nobody. No. Well, here, you read it. That's yours, you read it.
To whom it may concern, in the interest and concern of the success of this show, I want it to be known that I hereby agree to allow the transfer of an arrow from Bert Benedetti's bow to an apple on top of my big
Hey, Jim, now take it. Jim, I know this sounds bad, particularly since I missed that one shot like that, but we've been practicing this. I've been practicing this a while back.
You said you haven't done this for 20 years.
No, but I mean, before I come down tonight, I've been practicing this with Mr. Keith Linden. He was helping me out. And, That's where my other arrow went, huh? What's the matter, Keith? Hey, do we have an aspirin there, John? Hey, Keith, I want that arrow back. You can have the aspirin. When you get through, I like that. You can go back and sit down. Lay down. Lay down. I want my arrow back. That makes up my dozen. But anyhow, Jim, I'm sorry. But I think we better take another practice shot before we do this. Do you have a practice target for us? Now, Brady, where's Brady? Come on up here. Now, you look at that target, Brady. Now, that looks like, it looks familiar. It should, because that's a picture of your daddy the day after he was, it's one of his baby pictures I took the day after he got home. Okay, Jim.
That's what I had here.
We'll go ahead and I'm going to take a shot on that and just warm up on, okay? Like I say, I'm still going to, I got to loosen up a little bit.
Take a couple breaths.
I can't hear you, Steve. I've got my glasses off. What did you say?
Let me try.
You want to try it? You want to shoot that? Have you ever done this before?
You're the instructor.
Well, okay, Steve. Let's let him try it, Jim. Maybe you can do better than I can. Where are you going? Going home? Okay, Steve has never done this. I might say this is the first time Steve's ever been in front of an audience, right? So, it's yours.
The apple, right?
Yeah, the apple. Steve, maybe I better try. Steve, I got closer than you did, so I'll try. Come on, Jim. You signed this. We got your name on it. We better set him down, don't you think? Now, do you like apples? Brady, will you go down and get an apple for us? We got an apple here for you, Jim.